She don't forget the family girl, number one girl, the number one person in the house, carrying dreams. And I'm here to introduce to you a wonderful guest that is coming today. And this person has been a director for a very long time. He has produced a lot of movies. But before the let's get subject, we thank our sponsors for making this program possible today. I'll be right back.
Welcome to Zubi Sunstar Property. As you can see, this land is few miles away from the Thai road. It's 50 by 100, located at Opmanam Town, last Reading Road after Awele Market. In case if you want to acquire this land, you can reach out to them at Zubi Sunstar Property. That's the Instagram handle.
Feel my thug passion. Give what you have.
This man is someone that if you should listen to his story, you'll be motivated to be focused on whatsoever you're doing. Don't forget, my name is Tinkari Jane. And in the house, I have Pastor. Please join me to introduce, to welcome Pastor Sammy Power Osajie. Clap for him, is coming. So if you introduce yourself to us.
I just did that. My name is Pastor Power Sammy Osajie, and I am a movie actor, director, and a scriptwriter.
Don't forget one, and a producer.
Yes, I produce.
You want to tell that producer what?
I produce.
He's a producer. He doesn't want you to know so that you don't come and ask him, put me in a role. He's a producer, a serious one, a big star for that matter. So tell us, I want you to tell us, how did you start? What are the challenges you faced when starting?
Well, I started filmmaking as a young boy. It's been a while. That was the days of my secondary school. I should say around 1997 when I was in college. So I've been desiring to be a Nollywood actor. I used to see the likes of Emekike and the rest, Emekike has always been my role model as a kid. So one day I was after the school, because my parents lived in Onisha and I'm schooling at Abatete, Notre Dame High School, Abatete. That was where I was schooling, going from my maternal home at Isiowele. So I was coming to Onisha and I saw where they are having issues. So I tried to wade in to settle the matter. So along the line, I met a guy who is also trying to settle the issue. So he now said that they came to film. I said, wow, music film control.
Yeah, definitely helper.
Yes, at the end of the day, I met him. I was like, sir, I heard you talk about film. I am interested. All of that. Those days they were not like phone and all that. So he told me where to come and see him. So I went there. So my first film, since then I started getting in touch, coming for, they used to do audition at Umoji Hall. There's a place called Umoji Hall at Transformer, Ghana.
Okay.
So I normally come there, we see the paste audition. But I wasn't opportune to film until the guy himself, Darlington, his name is Darlington, famous Darlington. So when he did a movie, he directed the film, and the producer of that film was Val of Jopo. He now works with ABS, a number of broadcasting service. So that was my first job, Hidden Treasure. Yeah. So after that, we keep going and coming for auditions and all of that. Sometimes productions will happen, you won't have opportunity to be part of it. So the first major role I played in a movie was Pretty Demon by Padua. Padua is whatever his production. Okay, Padua. Somebody of grade of 4. He's a senior brother to what is this man's name? Philmark.
Okay.
Philmark Production. His elder brother. Padua Ultra Modern Production. So I was casted as a kid actor, son to late Chief Coconut Vanyo Dikosieme. He played my father, and this legend actress, what is her name? Jennifer Liogo was my mother in that film. The production manager was Sympathy Unadike. Mr. Ibu John Okafor was the production coordinator, and he also played my uncle. Ashley Wosu was my uncle in that film. Then Ndo King was our houseboy. I've forgotten the names of the people in that production, but that was my major. It was after that film. It was directed by Chimdi Chiama and Ben Eme.
Okay.
Yeah, it was after that film that Ben Eme now took me as his boy. He took me to his house. He was living at Mo Tabansi Studio. So that was where I met a guy called DJ Sele. He's from Edo State, and I happen to come from Edo State too. So we met and started discussing as brothers. He was into set designing, props and sets. So that was how I got into set designing. I forgot to tell you about acting, and in production, in filmmaking, most of us, when we come into the industry, we desire to be actors. But along the line, you will get to understand that the filmmaking is not just about acting. There are other jobs you can do as a filmmaker in the crew department. So meeting DJ Seller was a way I went into props and sets. So I get to know other things that relate filmmaking. Then I decided to choose areas I want. So one of the first major film I did, props and set, was Odeshi. BSLA was the set designer, and Christian Okereke, Biggie. So they were my boss. I worked with them in that job. So that was how I started. Later, Arcade 2, I was one of the crew in Arcade. I did props and sets with Solomon Apete. Solomon Apete was the production, the props man. I assisted him. So from there, at the end of the day, I decided to go into. I desiring to go into directing. So I knew that for me to be a director, I would need to go into other departments of filmmaking. So there was a time I got opportunity to carry camera as a camera assistant. So I started learning how to operate camera. So through there, I became a light and sound man, because then we normally use is the same person that handles the lights also handles the sound.
Okay.
Because we connect the sound into the camera. Then there's these modern days of recording sound differently and video differently. It's not involved then. So at the end of the day, I learned how to handle camera. I became a DOP. But I didn't do that for a long time before I went into continuity.
Okay.
Yeah. The reason I went into continuity, because I noticed that these continuity people, they always stay closer to the director. You see, the director always asks them questions. They work with the director. I said, I think this guy girl I would want to get into. Yeah, there was one guy, George. George used to be the continuity guy in our company then in Great Movies production, because I used to work with Great Movies most regularly. So then I inquire a lot of things from him. Then there's my friend Junior. He's late now. Junior you. So he taught me a lot about continuity, and I started doing continuity. That was how I started, and later I started learning directing from my boss. Then I went to him, I told him I want to be a director. He said, all I need to do is to study him. He gave me some books to read. So that was all.
Okay, that's a nice one. Okay, I want to know, you produce, you direct, and you act. How do you manage that?
You know, one thing about filmmaking, like I said, every department connects to each other.
Okay.
When I went into directing, I started with my job because, you know, in the industry, once you are known for a particular thing, for you to change, it's always difficult. People will not believe in you so easily. So then I've been known as a props man in the industry. I was so popular when it comes to props and sets. I was popular. I did a lot of jobs, big things. So, but I have passion for directing. Despite being a notable props person, I have passion for directing. So I decided to quit. But because even as a cameraman, people will always see me behind camera, handling the camera, they will be like, what are you doing? You are good in props. I said, just go there. Even when I started doing continuity, some people will come to my set and I will be like, look at you. That is well known as a props man. What are you handling paper and standing behind camera? I said, I have targets. I know where I'm going. So at the time I said, now I think I'm good. I want to go into directing. Even the first job I got to direct, I later lose that job because the owner of that job asked somebody, how well do you think Sammy can direct? I said, well, I don't know Sammy as a director. I know him as a props and sets person. So the guy became afraid. So I lost that job. Then there was a film I was supposed to produce. Somebody still went to the EP and told him, why are you giving Sammy a film to produce? He's a props and set person. So just let me produce the film. I will give him props to do. So the guy came to me and said, this is what I had. I said, no, I want to produce. He refused to. I lost that too. Until there was a time I got, okay, the same person that was supposed to do that film, the second one, the director job that I lost, he now has a small, kind of a musical video. They want to do acting in it. He brought it to me and I suggested, why not shoot it as a short film? Let's do a short film. He said, okay. Now ask me to direct it. And I directed the film. The film came out and sold, did very well. That was Power to Win. It was a Christian film. A Christian film. So they did not even release the music again. They forgot about the music and released that film. So the film was what really made me known, made my name known as a director. So after that, I now shot my own personal film. And that was how I started directing. So people now begin to see, this guy can direct. I started giving me jobs. Then you asked something about how
you combine acting
and directing. You know, the job of a producer normally, mostly ends, the bulk jobs ends when you start shooting, because most of the jobs of the producer is done during pre-production. You connect the people involved, pay this person, contact this person. So during shooting, your job is less. Most times you do more of supervising and all of that. But the major job now falls to the director's table. So acting and producing, that one is not really a big task for me, because before I go to set, I've already taken care of everything. But the major challenge is directing and acting. That's where I face some challenges because most times when you are on set, you're acting, you are also directing. Sometimes you find out that as you're acting, probably the actor that is acting with you is not getting something right. You will be tempted to like stop, want to stop. Then you will remember that you are an actor on this set, not the director. So if your assistant director cannot dictate that error, it affects you. You find out sometimes if I'm watching my movies, I will notice that I am conscious of either what the cameraman is doing or what my co-actors are doing. So you understand what I said about the job, being an actor on set, producer, and director. The challenge is more of a director actor.
Okay.
As for producing and acting, it's a bit easier. You can only face a challenge, maybe probably when you are acting and there's a challenge on set. For example, someone is not paid or the welfare person has not come, this kind of thing, which your production manager can always handle that. So, but where the challenge is when you are acting and directing, most times, if your assistant director could be doing a good job, but there is something you believe you would have done if you were behind the camera.
Sure.
So sometimes when such a thing is happening, any intelligent person can dictate that you are not you. Somehow you might even spy the camera at some point. Okay, let's take for example, the cameraman is taking a shot and he positioned the camera wrongly. He was supposed to position it here and he positioned it there. Once you're acting and you notice that, sometimes you God, please, the camera should be here, I'm not here. And sometimes you wouldn't want to do it because you are acting. So it's a bit, and once you shoot it that way, you will regret it. So when you do, immediately you notice that thing, cut and address it before you continue.
Okay, thank you very much. At this point, we're going to stop it.
Welcome to Zubi Sunstar property. As you can see, this land is few miles away from the Thai road. It's 50 by 100, located at Opmanam Town, last Reading Road after Awele Market. In case if you want to acquire this land, you can reach out to them at Zubi Sunstar property. That's the Instagram handle.
Feel my thug passion.
I'm here in the house with Pastor Osajie, and he has said a lot of wonderful things that inspired me, and even you, the viewers out there. And I believe you have something to tell the youth or the young ones, those ones who are desperate to make money. So, do you have any advice that you give to them?
Well, I will advise the viewers, especially the youths, to one important thing, have a vision of what you want to become. Money doesn't come easy, you work for it. Anybody that tells you that there is a cheap way or a shortcut to success is not telling you the truth, because a lot of youths these days don't want to work, they only want to make money. So you have to find out where your talents or your gifts are, then work towards them. If you discover you have a gift in filmmaking, I always tell people filmmaking is not just about acting. You can be a makeup artist, you can be a cameraman, you can be
A
scriptwriter, a production manager. So just discover where you think you are good at and work towards that.
Okay, thank you very much for joining us on today's edition. And I believe that next time you're going to give us something very, very great. Something that will shift us, like, as in, not only coming to shake us, you will also admit to acting, because I really want to act, because I know how to act very well.
Oh, sure.
But you know I know how to act very
Yes,
well.
I know.
I'm
I've seen you.
a super, I'm a super. So all the same time, I want to say a big thank you to all of you. I want to use this opportunity to say thank you very much for having the time, the space, the opportunity to watch this particular program. And also thank you to all of you out there, and thank you to Pastor Sammy and Power Osajie. And God keep blessing you for being a pastor, and I believe the ministry will go higher and higher and higher. And at the same time, I want to say thank you to everyone, and thank you for a wonderful sponsor, Zibista, and also as it works. God bless you all. Thank you very much.